Hello and good evening. Welcome back to me, Brian, Master of None, substituting for Ashley while she's away. She should be back soon, and we'll see her when she does. But anyways, in the meantime, we got a lot of good stuff to talk about. Some nerd stuff, some science stuff. I want to talk a little bit about Lower Decks, get people caught up that, may or may not have checked out the show. So anyways, without any further ado, let's get that intro rolling. What the heck is going on? Dang it. So unprofessional. But anyways, we're going to start it off with a little bit of science. What we talked about what I talked about on a stream last Monday, which I had to cut short, but that's all right. This is awesome. Okay, 12 days, 9 hours, 29 minutes, and 5 seconds. We're going to see an unmanned ship go around the moon. But the cool thing about it is this unmanned ship has HD cameras and a bunch of other cool stuff. So we're actually going to get to see some true high-def footage of the moon very, very soon. And this right here, this program, the Artemis program, the SLS is getting ready to launch. It's really interesting how they do this. It's going to take like all 12 days or, like a good 8-9 days just to get this to where the launch pad is, from the assembly bay to the launch pad. So, yeah, definitely fingers crossed it doesn't go boom, especially with people on it. But thankfully, this is an unmanned test flight. But we're going to get to see the Orion spacecraft in action for the first time ever. So that should be pretty interesting. If you know anything about the Orion spacecraft, NASA's been putting a shit ton of work into it, and it's been in competition with SpaceX and other space agencies that are, other companies that are trying to venture into space at this current time. So, like Amazon with all that good stuff. But anyways, I find this stuff really fascinating. So I figured I would, share that with you guys before we got going. I hope everyone is doing well today. Another great day at work. Stringing them together, best I can say. This week is going a hell of a lot better than last week. Last week was kind of beating the head against a wall, but don't we all? Let's say hello to the chat right quick. Keely Chow, hey, what is going on? Welcome. Andrew, what is going on? Here is Johnny. What's going on, dude? That dude Vince. Yo, what's going on, bro? What? You got some metal vinyls? Hell yeah, man. Rock and roll. Slick Will. Here we go. Atta baby. What's up, man? How you doing? Welcome. Yeah, fingers crossed it doesn't go boom. Please and thank you. What's going on, Knight? How are you? CJX. We are going back to the moon. Yes. We will set boots on the moon in 2024. So yeah. Let's see. Yeah, they're building a permanent base there, and we're supposed to be working there and all that good stuff. Hey, Kyle, what's going on, bro? Welcome. And the CJH also says, can't stay long. Obviously, he's on Max's panel. Yes, I was just over there as well. Had a couple obligations. Figured I'd get some stuff that I wanted to talk about, and have a little bit of fun with it. A little bit of fun. So one thing I am definitely looking forward to, and I'm I'm sure everyone will agree, is She-Hulk, man. I cannot wait for She-Hulk. Let's see. She-Hulk Attorney Love. There we go. All right. Jennifer Walters navigates the complicated life of a single 30-something attorney who also happens to be a green 6'7" superpowered Hulk. Very interesting. Now this should be really good. I'm actually one of the things I'm looking forward to as far as the shows go coming forward. I'm actually looking forward to this more than I am of Andor, if I'm being serious, because I've enjoyed all these Marvel series so far, and I think Tatiana Maslany is going to do a really good job with She-Hulk. Glad to see Tim Roth back as for the Abomination. That should be really awesome. Professor Hulk is growing on me, I will say. What? You know, the way they're describing this show does not sound like my cup of tea. Well, you know, to each their own. Alistair, what's going on? Welcome. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right, man. Pretty solid day. Pretty solid day. Let's see here. I mean, I get it. Well, that is your opinion, Andrew. And that's also why I timed you out in the last stream. I know that Edward Norton was like notoriously difficult to work with. That's why they recast with Mark Ruffalo, is it not? So I mean, that's great now, but you know, you can't hold on to everything forever. But anyways, yeah, no, the show looks pretty good. A lot of complaints about the CG and stuff like that, but honestly, I'm at the point now where I really don't care. Like, so easy stuff to do, you know. Let's do it. There we go. Now you don't have to hear me mouth breathe. That's bad. That's not even. Well, let's see. Let's see here. Same here. I've okay, loathing with my dad. Ate some Subway and visited a friend. Me and my dad. There you go, man. That is all you can ask for. Oh, dude, what? That's cool. See here, I never cared about all that. I know he cared about who Bruce Banner. Nobody cared about who Bruce Banner was until wanted to sit like the '70s TV show with Bill Bixby. Dude, I won't. How are you gonna totally diss on my boy Bale like, or not Bale, Bana like that, dude? Okay, Eric Bana was a badass Hulk. Okay, don't even talk shit about the 2003 Hulk movie. I will come at you, dude. That's awesome. Final Fantasy 3. No, you weren't dissing him, but you were getting into fights with people who were. Or not that, but I'm just saying, like, you're just totally skipping over one of the best ones. Let's see here. Disappointed that we may not see a Red Hulk because, yeah, no, they were talking about that on the last stream we were on, Kyle, where, like, yeah, it sucks that William Hurt died. They were talking maybe getting Sam Elliott to come back, but I don't know. I think he's sick or something like that. I don't hold me to it. I mean, I'm really bad about such things. Let's see here. Said Edward Norton wanted to take on the Hulk and be similar to the '70s show. Oh, well, I suppose so, but I'm just, for me, it's like I don't see. And all right, now I'm continuing to watch a walkthrough of a mod Halo Combat Evolved. Nice, dude. Nice. Yeah, I'm just chilling, hanging out with y'all for a little while. Probably go 45 minutes to an hour. I do probably have to go to bed, you know, eventually. But like I said, I'm just happy hanging out with y'all. This show looks great. You know, Yeah, she looks great too. The launch event. That's how they get all these pictures. God dang. Pretty damn amazing. But no, this show, yeah, no, it's gonna be awesome. Let's see here. Also, during the days prior, I saw the same person that played Final Fantasy 3, played the Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars, and XCOM Enemy Within. Ooh, nice. Hell yeah. Ah, the tough trucks. Well, let me tell you, I got to watch them pull up to the. I could show that too. Just give me a second. I'll show you what I did this weekend. It was slightly disappointing if I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I had fun, you know, but it was a long day. It was hot. You know, we had fun though. We had fun. Okay, so this is the tough truck competition from down at my fairgrounds. It's pretty cool when they're firing this off and stuff. But we had to leave right after this because one of my nephews, he wasn't feeling too good, and we had to run him home. But anyways, this is what that normally are. It's just people out there in their little beaters, you know, driving them around. But the cool thing is that this is like the racetrack where I grew up at. All of this stuff back over here where my cursor is where the track used to be. So like it used to extend out to where that red building is and go from there. I used to watch fireworks every year from here when I was a kid. Dude, even into my teens, like I watched it all the time. But yeah, the tough trucks, I didn't get a chance to watch them, but from what I did watch, it's pretty damn cool. Awesome. I'll show you a couple more pictures from the fair real quick, and then I'll get back to. This is the course that they would run. This is from the ground level, more or less. I've been in the pits a few times here because my dad worked on race carts and stuff and destruction derby cars. This is a teriyaki chicken bowl. That was another disappointing thing. I really wasn't able to eat a lot because my stomach didn't feel too good. I was actually able to eat that after drinking this beer because it kind of toned my stomach down a little bit. But that was actually pretty good beer. $7 a piece. Oh, sorry. Show off the nephews. My bad. That's a nacho dog. I took a bite out of it and I ended up not eating it at all. It was cool, but it was so expensive for the hot dog. And then tuckered out little dude. But he had a good time. But yeah, that was my weekend at the Nevada County Fair. So if you ever get the opportunity to go to Grass Valley, California, check it on out. Well worth the time, well worth the energy, and an all-around good time. Let's see here. How do you think the MCU, She-Hulk, and Phoenix Wright from Ace Attorney will get along? Okay, so here's the deal. I do not know what's the word I'm looking for. I don't necessarily know the lore or the mythos about any of these shows, so I'm kind of just taking them from like a normie's perspective, just coming at me. So I like that aspect to it. So I don't know, to be honest with you. Brett, what's up, man? How you doing? Do you want to battle? What's going on? H-Parts, what's going on, man? What's going on? Jade, welcome. Always a good time. How are you? Let's see here. Are you looking forward to Sandman? Yes, I am. I'm just gonna have it's one of those shows I'm gonna have to figure out the time where I can actually sit down and watch it. Uh, because yeah, it's sometimes my times get a little messed. It's hard to find time to watch a show uh, that I'm excited for. So like right now, priorities are going to go to She-Hulk and then Andor when that pops up. But I also have uh, the show what I'm going to talk about in a little bit here, Star Trek Lower Decks, which is a show that I think everybody needs to get into and enjoy, uh, especially since they're going to be doing some really really cool stuff. Let's see here, MC. Yeah, dude. And not only that, Daredevil's going to be in it too. So it's not all lost there, buddy. It'll be a good show. Trust me. Worst thing you could do is just, you already pay for you already pay for Disney Plus. Just watch the show anyways. It'll be good. Just enjoy it. All right, let's see here. MCU ends with Secret Wars and Galactus reboot of the MCU timeline. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. Let's see here. You hear they're looking for a Bond in his early 30s. If that's the case, I'm happy with that because I would love to see like almost a Bond prequel. I know it sounds really weird, but I would like to see it before he becomes 007. Like, give me James Bond, but not James Bond. Like, oh man, I think that would be pretty amazing. Let's see here. Understandable considering Transformers was once part of the MCU universe. How cool would it be to see the MCU take on Marvel? Oh, that would be pretty cool from versions of G1. Yep. Oh yeah, I got that off of the Raven thing. It's one of those signed posters from Pro Wrestling Tees. Like I have like 5 or 6 wrestling shirts that I wear with regularity. This is because they're big man shirts, but I got those Pro Wrestling loot crates for like 5 or 6 months, and yeah, so I kind of updated my wardrobe, gave myself some cool shit to put on my shelf, and it was kind of fun. Let's see here. Here's the thing, Brian. They're describing this show does not sound like my cup of tea. No, I get it, and I that's well within everything's right there, man. I think that would be, it's up to you whether you're gonna like the show or not. Let's see, Jonathan Bailey is rumored to play for Bond. I'm gonna have to look him up. I'm just really I don't know. I don't really have any like fan castings for Bond. I wouldn't be a fan of seeing like Henry Cavill or something like that because I just think of him as other things, and I couldn't see. It's hard for me to see Superman taking on that kind of a role. You know what I'm saying? Like I think he's taking on a role that's a little bit different, and I don't know. For me, it's just it would be very hard for me to like disassociate the two. Very very hard. Let's see. Mark Ruffalo says ends in a big bang. So what if Galactus and the Beyonder are the ones who create the new universe starting fresh? That could be a possibility as well. Let's see. The CJH, when did he say that? I don't know. Let's see. The video game that people made into the Hitman are going to do a Bond prequel game to show how he became Bond. See, now that would be kind of cool, dude. I would be all right with that. I would write with that. Yeah, exactly. I think I would rather go with an unknown. I want somebody to grow with the character of Bond. Somebody that's been in a few movies, but not any. But I don't want a big name. I don't want a big name to take it on. It's kind of like Daniel Craig. When Daniel Craig took on the role, for me, anyways, I didn't really know who he was. So he and I grew together as Bond and fan. So it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. You just learned this on Max's stream? Oh, fantastic. Let's see here. Not my thing, but I know there are fans that want Loki, Tom Hiddleston to be the new Bond. It'd be all right, but I think once again, that for me, I want a Bond that's like an unknown, kind of like Sean Connery. Sean Connery was pretty much an unknown when he took on the mantle of Bond. Whether he wants to admit it or not, James Bond made him as famous as he is today. I don't think maybe over the years and some grinding it out, Sean Connery would have been famous. But I just don't think I'm one of those people that thinks that like Sean Connery really, really overestimated his value to the James Bond franchise. Oops. Let's see here. I would not mind a one-off. Ooh, right? I bet you he could still pull it off. Good old Timothy Dalton. Oh man, hell yeah. Let's see here. And if the MCU doesn't adapt the Marvel versions of G1 Transformers, who do you think will win the brawl? Either way, cosmically powered Starscream, ooh, Arishem, or Galactus? Man, damn. I don't know, man. Arishem and Galactus, they're pretty badass. We have to see. We have to see. All right, let's see here. I once think that Timothy Dalton's James Bond is the closest to the. Yeah, that's what they say. His Bonds are the best. James Lazenby much? George Lazenby? Yeah, no, exactly. It was the same thing with George Lazenby. Thought he was the bee's knees, the cat's meow, and it's like, I'm James Bond. I'll do what I want. It's like, nah. Oh yeah, no, I want. Yeah, I'd be all right with Cumberbond, but what I think it's on the same token is like he's just too well known as other things. License to Kill was awesome. Yes, it was. Gave us Benicio del Toro and freaking Robert Davi as one of the best Bond villains there ever was. And it was really interesting because they took a modern, day take, but it was the closest to what a Bond movie would have been. Had Fleming had more, influence. Let's see here, Lazenby. No, I love On Her Majesty's Secret Service. He was great. The problem was, if you watch the bonus the behind the scenes featurette for it, he was kind of a dick. Like, yeah, he got snubbed a little bit, but he also like thought way too highly of himself for just being his first movie. So that was kind of like, that's why they chose not to go with him, and they went with Sean Connery for Diamonds Are Forever after they gave him a bunch of movie money, and Cubby Broccoli promised that he wouldn't be around. But after, let's see here, Man with the Golden Gun, that really wasn't an issue anymore because they ended up messing it off. I mean, they split up, Saltzman and Broccoli. Let's see here. Have you heard of the Netflix series Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities? Looks like it'll be interesting. No, I haven't. I'll have to look into that. Let's see here. True. I know during the arc where Starscream became cosmically powered, he caused a huge body count in Transformers history. Fuck yeah. Let's see. After Crisis and playing Kingdom Come Superman, Brandon Roth should get another shot at Superman in the movies. Yeah, I would take that as well. I have no problem with a different, I like Superman Returns. I might be in a minority when I say that, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a guilty pleasure. Yeah, no, it's true, and yeah, he was kind of a con man, especially back then. Like I think he was like a used car salesman or something like that, and a male model. Let's see here, Heck of a Unicorn, Unicron, and Primus talking on the Arishem and the glass. God damn, I can't read for shit today. It would be all right and be a sight to see. Yeah, man, I something that big. I mean, even in that part in the Eternals where Tiamat's coming out of the earth. That's nuts, man. Just imagine the scope and the size of that. It stretches out into the atmosphere. It's pretty crazy. Let's see. Last time I saw Lazenby was in some Emmanuel movie. I snuck in and watched it like 3 times. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we don't talk about those movies. Let's see. According to Cubby Broccoli, Moonraker is not science fiction, but science fact. Good old Cubby. Good old Cubby. No, honestly, a lot of that stuff that they were talking about, NASA was in development at the time. They were testing the space shuttle roughly around that time. So they were up with some of the current trends. They had a space station in space, Skylab, at the time. So like as soon as they finished up with the moon landings proper, they shot like an empty fuel cell up there and called it a space station. You should look into Skylab. It's pretty interesting. Let's see here. Didn't the universe end in the original Secret Wars and start over from scratch? I wouldn't know, man. Couldn't tell you. Let's see here. So, let's see here. Have your thoughts on No Time to Die changed since, or just stayed since the time? I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't watched it since. Yeah. That's my bad. I mean, I liked it, but I just felt like, I don't know. I guess that is something, H Barts. I'm gonna have to rewatch that. I'll let you know when we do a rewatch or a watch party. We'll do No Time to Die, and not only that, but I think it would be really fun to do some Bond movies. Just kind of pick 10 of them, and we'll go through and just watch them, hang out, and shoot the shit while we watch some James Bond. I think that would be a lot of fun. Let's see here. It's funny that Brandon Roth got cast as Superman because he resembles Christopher Reeves. That's why Superman Returns is set in the Donner movies universe. Honestly, dude, with DC, these universes, they're just so all over the place. It's like, whatever, man. Stick a fork in me, I'm done. Just give me some movies that you could string 2 of them together and call them a sequel in a universe, and then we'll talk. Okay? Sorry, it's just the continuity issues are just so much. Let's see here. Marcus Cruz says Matt Shackman will direct Fantastic Four. Brian, he is supposed to direct Star Trek 4. I don't think Star Trek 4 is going to happen. If I'm being real with you, yeah, no. I mean, how in the hell can you really announce a freaking movie and not have the cast on board? And not only that, but how in the hell are they going to actually afford that cast? That cast is expensive because now they're stars. When they first did those movies, they weren't so much. I mean, some of them were, some of them weren't, but a lot of them were relatively unknowns. No, there's a game for that? Yeah, no. Star Trek is going to be on TV for the foreseeable future. And that's a good segue to what we're going to talk about next. All right. So, starting... Really, bro? Close the door. You got a spirit Halloween? Close the door. nephew just came back and he's wearing a full bodysuit costume thing. It's pretty cool. All right. So, anyways, yeah, this is Star Trek Lower Decks. If you have not watched this show, I would highly recommend it. It follows the crew of the USS Cerritos, which is basically a ship that's how they pitched it was a ship responsible for second contact. Let's see here. H-Bar says, I've never actually watched Star Trek. I don't know where to start or what do you recommend? Well, honestly, here's the best way to do it. This is how I did it. Watch the movies. At least the original series movies up till number 6. And then if you want, dive into Next Generation. You know, you could probably skip a couple seasons. You wouldn't miss much. But for the most part, That's where I would kind of stay. Deep Space Nine is a personal favorite, but the thing about it is you're talking about 7 seasons of television shows that ran almost, two of them ran simultaneously, and all three of them like overlapped each other. So like Deep Space Nine for me is a personal favorite. It was the first show that I actually got into. I mean, I watched The Next Generation because it was on every day when I come home from school. But Deep Space Nine, what? This season they're getting it better. Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%. Well, that's because like if you've ever watched the documentary Chaos on the Bridge, they really had some writing issues for the first 2 seasons of that show, The Next Generation. Let's see, the original movies are getting a 4K release, so I might pick those up. Yeah, and if you have Paramount Plus right now, they're all on there. All the Star Trek is on Paramount Plus right now, like all the TV shows, everything. But I like this show, okay, because as you can see, we have a cameo from Captain Riker and his wife, Counselor Troy. Love the episodes that they were in. Definitely an excellent. It's really a great show. I mean, but anyways, it follows like a lower decks crew. It's a lower rung ship, a service ship in the fleet. Copied of them. There's 100 of them. There's hundreds of them. The way that they do this show, it's so fun. It's so light. It's created by one of the guys who did Rick and Morty. So it kind of has a little, it has a lot of kind of what we would call like edgy humor almost, but it's fun. And if you kind of can not take Star Trek so seriously, because I understand Star Trek is kind of like DC. Like when you want to talk Star Trek, you're serious, But I mean, how could you be serious with something like Badgie? Okay, it was a holographic character that that he created to help him troubleshoot problems, and it ends up getting sentient, kind of like Moriarty from Next Generation, where he gets sentient as well, and like develops a conscience. Gotta love Beckett Mariner. She's one of the best characters on the show. I mean, she's the one that the show focuses most on. I just love what she does as far as it goes. Let's see here. I think they did have some kind of a comic run or something like that, or some books. Here's the thing: if say like Paramount happened to fall on hard times and Disney were to come in and buy that, yeah, exactly. Let's see here. I'm highlighting this because it is so damn true. Yeah, so many Treksters have a stick up their ass. Facts. That's why it's like so hard to be a Star Trek fan sometimes, because it's like you get those people who are just so set in their ways, and it's like, you guys, this is such a progressive show, and it's like, I guess it's all in how you view things, but like for me, anybody complaining about quote unquote wokeness about new Star Trek is just fooling themselves. Yes, of course it's woke, but Star Trek has kind of always been woke, man. Oh, I was not aware of that. That's pretty cool. You need to get an Eddie Brock that looks like a damn Eddie Brock. I'm sorry, Andrew, plug your ears, but Topher Grace was awful as Eddie Brock, man. Sorry. Just plug your ears or change the channel for a little bit. I'll let you know when everything's okay. But there's the cast. I did not know. Oh, right. There you go. That is it. That is a great casting choice right there. Brock Lesnar for Venom. I take it. I take it. Because it would actually work. Like, let's see here. Yeah, so Jack Quaid, he's in The Boys, so I'm gonna have to give it another shot. It's Mike McCann. one of the creators, Noel Wells, Tandy Newsom, Jack Quaid. They kind of stole the show at Comic-Con, I think, this year, man, or at least before Marvel came and knocked it out the park. Okay, I don't want to see cast photos. What the hell is this shit? Nerds. Just kidding. But yeah, it's one of the shows I'm definitely gonna get psyched for. It starts streaming August 25th. I kind of showed the trailer earlier over at the other one, but I like it. They're like a recruiting booth for Starfleet. And it looks like Captain Freeman's in a bit of trouble. No, I'd say Star Trek did a better show, had a way better showing than DC. They kind of shit the bed there. That was an interesting weekend. That was a let's see here. Yeah, I could see that. I like Alan Richardson. He was good. No. Come on, Mr. Scott. Young minds, fresh ideas. Be tolerant. Admiral James T. Kirk. In their favorite movie, no less. Oh, my God. You'd think they would remember scenes from, Star Trek Wrath of Khan or anything. But that's neither here nor there, I guess. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then they're coming up on Deep Space Nine, the best looking Cardassian space station / ore processing facility ever. Okay, bro, take it easy. Have a good night, Andrew. Get some good sleep, buddy. But anyways, that's kind of what's been going on in the nerd talk sphere, as it was, at least as far as what I've been paying attention to. Kind of when I get home from work, I don't really have a lot of time. Sometimes I can check Twitter throughout the day and see if there's anything major going on. If I were to say anything about the Ezra Miller stuff, hopefully everybody can calm down now and kind of move on with their lives, because it's really, at the onset, was none of our business. I just feel like a lot of people have a vested interest and just try to take people down. It is what it is. Total facts. Andrew Robinson. Have you seen Alexander Siddig's channel, Sid City Productions or whatever? They've done read-throughs with casts, and they read fanfic, and as Bashir and Garrick. It's really, really cool. They're amazing. Let's see. I like it because they had about 5 or 6 of the cast from Deep Space Nine on doing a read-through. That was epic. Let's see here. Take a break from online. Yeah, right. Not even bother. Guys, just chill out, bro. There's only like 5 of us watching, man. Just everybody relax, man. I'm probably gonna end it soon anyways, man. I'm gonna go sit down, probably watch a movie or something, and get ready to go to work. Tomorrow will be my Friday. Let's see here. If you could own the original Star Trek. Wait, if you could do an original Star Trek story What would I do? See, that's why I'm not much of a writer. I could just tell you like what would I'd like to see as far as like which direction. Um right? Okay, now it's all we're arguing over freaking Venom. So just chill out, bro. But no, I like the next generation timeline. That's why I'm really happy with what they've done with Picard, because that I feel like that's an area where we can get some views. Let's see here. No, she's still on vacation. She should be back in a couple weeks. Um, I'm just filling in for Ashley until she returns. But thanks for stopping by Hot Takes Tuesday. Let's see here. There's a few timelines, but at least the timelines, they're easily delineated, at least in my opinion. In Star Trek, like for example, you have the JJ movies, the Kelvin timeline. You have the original timeline that was set out, from back in the 60s, and it kind of carries on into what we have today. But as far as like, and then there's different universes where you have like the mirror universe, which is everybody has a goatee because they're evil. Let's see. No, not tonight, man. I'm just gonna. I probably, like I said, I'm probably gonna wrap it up in a little bit, but I will keep you in mind. Plan on doing a lot more shows, at least over on my channel, in the foreseeable future. Uh, let's see here. I believe Star Trek is multiple continuity series. Yeah, basically, it's kind of there's multiple continuities, but they still connect in one way, shape, or form. So like, there's a jumping off point which is clearly delineated. It's not like we're all over the place. Um, yes, 100%. If they don't do this in Picard season 3, like we go the entire show of Picard without seeing a single Enterprise, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna protest. I'm gonna protest. Just get it out of my system as best as we could. Yeah, I thought there was a few like crossover comics. I know like there was an X-Men crossover or something like that. When we watched 2 Star Trek shows. Well, there's always a place to start. It's always a place to start. No, it's not. At least I don't look at it that way. It's all part of the grand scheme. It's a big universe. They're just off to the side having fun. Let's see here. I don't support it. Oh, whatever, dude. Who cares? We are not complaining about wokeness or anything of the such. Let's see here. Oh yeah, that's right. They did start for Doctor Who, Planet of the Apes, 09 Trek, Deep Space Nine. Yeah, I know they did those comic books. That is true, Kyle. They have Michael Dorn has pitched that a few times, man. I just want to see Captain Worf back, man. I'm sorry. I watched OG and Voyager. Hey, those are good ones, man. Like I said, I'm a Deep Space Nine stan. Happy to admit. Let's see here. If you were to pick, who do you think the last survivor of the MCU with the Kaput? I don't know. Iron Man's mask on the ground, just sitting there rocking back and forth. Let's see. Yeah, see, I imagine those are some pretty decent comics. Okay, Spider-Man facepalm. Let's see, and I no. I couldn't even get past like the first 6 episodes of the Orville, man. I'm sorry. Oh, you know what? That is true. It would either be a Scarlet Witch or Jean Grey, because both of them have like world-ending, reality-ending powers. Let's see here. I actually wonder who becomes Galactus. Oh, I imagine. Well, he who remains, right, is Kang, right? Isn't that how it works? Let's see here. No one is saying anything to you, bro. No one's really not. You're just spurging out in my chat. It's all right, though, buddy. It's all right. It's all right. We're almost done, buddy. We're almost done. Because I do need to get some sleep. But no, this has been fun. I'll probably do one of these sometime later this week. We'll be simulcasting again. But yeah, I'd like to thank everyone for stopping by. We had a lot of fun. I'm going to go refill my ice water because it's hot in my room. Sorry, that was a drink. All right. He's about to eat some tacos. I loved Enterprise with Scott Bakula. I did not watch it when it came out, but I did watch it on Netflix years later, and I really, really loved it. Make him like Parallax from freaking Green Lantern. Let's see here. No, dude, Paul was great. Trip Tucker was one of the best characters in Star Trek, in my opinion. I'm sorry. Connor Trenier, if I ever get a chance to meet you in person, bro, handshake time. It's coming. No, I'm glad you guys stopped by. Like I said, oh, man. Okay. I went and I bought some. My bank account got fixed today, so I went to the store and picked up some stuff. I got some hot wings and some chips and dip. Ooh, man. I know it's probably not dinner-esque food, but man, I was hungry. And it is good. But heck yeah. The next one of these I'm going to do, I'm probably going to try to work food into it somehow, because who doesn't like talking about food, honestly? And it's a good way to bring people together. And that's something that at least I try to do when I do these kind of streams. Right? Hot wings. But anyways, love, luck, and lollipops and all that good stuff.